Bing, bing, bing. Biddy.
Doom doom. You ready for that Super Mario Brothers movie? Oh, we can't talk about that. This is a horror movie podcast.
Bing. Well, what
Oh,
if it's a
what are you talking
horrible
about?
movie?
Wah, wah, wah.
Super Mario's movie.
What?
Is that why they got people out there wearing those shoes now?
No, that's Astro Boy. Those shoes.
Astro Boy? But
Yeah.
I see they call them like the Mario shoes, right?
Yeah, because they don't know no better. Those red boots.
Right.
Yeah,
Those are
those
Astro Boy boots?
Yeah, it's Astro Boy boots.
Why are people wearing those?
Because people are stupid.
Jeez, man. You remember when we were kids? If we would have wore some shit like that, we would have got our asses kicked.
Beat.
We mean like
Beat.
beaten on the playground.
This is my weird
Look-
flex. This is my $2,500 stupid combat boot, red combat boots. And I didn't.
Right.
My family's car didn't even cost $2,500 back in the day.
That's how much those things cost.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Oh, dude. We in the wrong business.
You know what the
Okay.
new one of those are?
What?
Poe from Teletubbies. Now they got Poe legs, Poe boots.
Stop it.
Nope, I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be funny.
Stop it.
I'm not
Stop
trying
it.
to. I'm
chil-
beat- I'm-
these- Oh my God. They're walking.
I am being
We're
sincere.
turning into our children are becoming walking garanimals. That's what this world is coming to. They'll be walking around in fashionable things that we would think that be like, that was like utensil for the tree, right?
Mhm.
They have, man. So they cost $2,500.
Last time I checked, let's see.
That's just dumb. So what are don't they have Mario shoes too?
They're called Big Red Boots Astro. Okay, so if you want to buy them on Amazon, now they're
Oh, they dropped.
$120.
Okay, that sounds a little bit more acceptable.
Those are
I mean,
ugly.
geez, Josh, you made them like almost unattainable. Like,
Those are horrible.
Like that stupid ass movie.
I can't see.
What was that stupid ass movie? Oh yeah, Avatar with unattainium.
Avatar.
Yeah, the mineral that they were trying to ore was called unattainium. It's unattainable.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I still haven't seen the second one yet.
I hear that the second one is now available for people who have means for that type of stuff. If I was, what was the name of that restaurant we used to go to, Deborah, where they always had the bootleg movies? Malt House.
Malt House, yeah.
If the Malt House was still around and we were leaving after getting the number one un poquito de todo plate, and there was some dude with a jacked up starter bag selling burnt DVDs, 5 for $10, and it had Avatar 2 on there, I still wouldn't see it, even if he threw that one in for free.
Jeez,
That's all I'm saying.
Give it back to
That's
him.
what
Here
I'm
you go.
talking about.
Here you
That's
go.
what I'm talking about.
I
Because I
think
never wanted to see. I didn't even think they needed to make a two. Honestly, to tell the truth.
Mm-mm. Yep.
Not anywhere close to interested.
Nope.
There's two type of people. There's like actually like 4 type of people in this world.
Oh shit.
People there's one that's seen Titanic, and people who have not seen Titanic.
Okay.
People that have seen Avatar.
Okay.
And people who have not seen Avatar.
Ah, but then
Damn it.
now you forgot the third group of people.
And that's the people that don't like none of this shit.
You forgot the fourth group of people. People that watched the first Avatar
And Titanic.
and Titanic. Well, not Titanic, but watched the first Avatar on a laptop at Waffle House at night.
Huh.
That's us.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got you.
It still wasn't a good
Dude.
movie. We saw it in the theater first, but anyways.
it sucks.
So I have
you can quote me. You can put this on the record.
Oh shit, go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, what you said already? Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say something.
Something else, yeah. That's what I was thinking. So I have a surprise for the two of y'all.
Oh.
Do y'all want to know now, or y'all want to know towards the end of the podcast?
Wow, what's going on? Wait. You can't be telling us like there's a surprise and then
well, that's what they do on the news. That's what they do on the news. Something out there is killing your pets and your elderly family members, and there's only one way to possibly save them. Tune in tonight at 9 to find out.
That's true.
Hit the intro.
Warning. This podcast is about the horror genre, specifically horror films. As most horror movies are filled with coarse language, violence, and/or gore, the topics and language of the cast of the pod will also reflect the genre. If you have any issues with the aforementioned warnings, please press stop. However, if you have no issue with adult language, movie violence, or the accoutrement that accompanies horror films, please feel free to continue. You have been warned.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the cast of the pod, the podcast where the three of us, the dream team in the house, starting with myself, I am Josh.
I'm Cobweb.
And I'm Deb.
And the three of us find a movie to watch. We watch the movie, then we talk about it.
Yep.
That's it.
That's about right.
That's it. You know, I'm trying to change my ways. Sometimes I've got this long, drawn-out discussion talking about, hey, this is the type of movie where we this and we that and blah, 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 blah. Hey, so we watch a movie and we talk about it. If we've seen it before, we saw it. And if we hadn't seen it before, then we see it anyway. And yeah, cast of the pod.
He got it, Deb. I think he got it this time.
Yep.
It is irking me so much that that's all that I said. It's like right here. I just want to.
Go ahead.
No.
Do your spiel.
No. I'm not gonna be Steven Spielberg over here. Spielberg.
Spiel and all that stuff.
Yep. So today, the Dream Team in full effect. We've got a 2020 film. I don't know, is this a Shudder exclusive? I saw it on Shudder.
Yes.
So it is a Shudder exclusive? Man, Shudder needs to start paying us, or at least give us two free memberships.
Yep.
You know what? Maybe we ought to start tagging them on some of our posts, and maybe they might pick up on some of the shit.
We're gonna be like this. Because, look here, Shudder, you motherfuckers. That's how it works, right?
Right.
That's
right. And actually, I'm gonna tag Shudder on this, and you like, look, cut the shit. All right. I don't want to pay this $6 that I'm paying for 3 months.
I want to pay $0,
which is costing me $2 a month. Leave me alone. I need to get more.
This is gonna be me typing that angry letter, my angry Karen letter. Dear Shudder, you motherfuckers. Keep charging me for the amount that I agreed to pay to watch your product. I keep on wanting to watch more films and you're still charging me the agreed amount. When you gonna send me that shit for free? Love, cast of the pod.
Dude, now that is a keeper.
Yep.
Hey, Shudder, do you know if you sent us 2 free logins for life, we can guarantee you exposure and help get your name out there? Wink. Signed,
see, that's how you
get.
See. You gotta be careful with that corporate sponsorship, man. You know, because they'll mess around. They'll tear us apart. They'll try to come for us and try to divide the dream team, and next thing you know, we got our own branch of shows, and we're multi-millionaires, and we're jet skiing in Puerto Vallarta, sipping Mai Tais.
Where's the problem with that?
There isn't one. I was saying, keep doing that shit, God.
No.
I see nothing wrong.
My next Dear Karen note to Shudder, paraphrase from the movie that we did. Was it last week? No, week before last. Cobra.
Oh,
Dear Shudder, while you may not want to have sex with me, think about how it will help your career. I'm not saying it for me. I'm saying how will it help you?
oh.
I'm not the one that makes these rules. Signed,
What rules?
Cast of the Pod.
Right. I think they used to call that something like that back in the day, called like payola, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Right.
before we get further
Careful.
into this melee's,
Wasn't there a surprise or something?
there is a surprise that you'll hear at the end of this broadcast.
Boo.
Boo.
This is where I throw the popcorn at you.
Don't make me mute y'all. I will mute y'all. Y'all stopped me from saying my spiel, and let me say this part.
Boo.
Boo.
Mute. Both y'all muted. Completely muted.
Cobweb. Oh, I
Dude,
thought I was
I'm
still
here.
muted.
No, stop. Cut time out.
Okay.
Flag on the play. All right. So if you all want to find us on social media, you can find us at Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Cast of the Pod. You can find Cobweb at Cobweb411, COBWEB 411. That's 9 characters right there. Easy to type
You
out.
counted those out?
Well, Cobb 3, Web 3, 4113. My brain works that way. But anyways, the most important thing, now we've added recently within this past month a special feature to our Patreon, patreon.com/cast of the pod. There's one that I haven't sent out the shirt yet. First, it was because I was broke. I owe Brendan a shirt. Second was because then I tried to put the logo in, and the place where we get our shirts were like, we don't like this, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right. So I was having a problem with that. And then we are working on an awesome shirt right now. A buddy of mine, a tattoo artist of mine, I won't say that his name is John, is working on a super secret Cast of the Pod t-shirt. And that's going to be the first person to have a shirt before I have one, before Deb has one, before Cobweb has one, is going to be Brendan from Upkick MMA.
Oh my goodness.
This is going to be the awesomest of awesome shirts.
Dude, is that prototype that you sent me?
That is part of the prototype. Yes, sir.
Oh.
So not only is there merch involved, not only is there getting early podcasts, not only is there behind the scenes type like Tammy and the T-Rex and stuff like that, and Grim Cuddy and episodes like that, but we have a new feature for all levels of Club 3P. That's our Patreon pod people. And that is if the rapture happens.
Yes.
And it's the end, not necessarily the rapture, but the end of the world, the apocalypse. The 4 horsemen have come by and razed the earth and destroyed buildings and all that.
Created by who?
By Dave Bautista. Dave Bautista. Specifically Dave Bautista. Myself, Deb, and Cobweb will be traveling the frozen post-apocalyptic world in a Cast of the Pod bus with chainsaws on the side and a cow catcher in the front. We're going to put a Cast of the Pod logo on the stop sign. It's going to say accoutrement up on the front. And we're going to drive up to each one of our Patreoneers, pick y'all up, have some cold water, and we will survive the post-apocalyptic world caused by Dave Bautista just for the simple fact that you are a Patreoneer now. So literally $2, $4, $6, $10, $100 is a small price to pay for that comfort of possibly, maybe, eventually, kind of, sort of being saved in the post-apocalyptic world.
And then from the
Dude.
bus, we go to the boat
The
that will
yacht.
take us to the yacht.
We're working on the yacht.
I've been thinking about this
Okay.
very, very hard, because I get to drive the bus, right? So I have a feeling that, because we don't want them to know that somebody might be trying to pick them up or try to steal their spot on the bus.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that they give a certain horn. So I was thinking about it, and we need to have like a tune, a song or something that they're going to know precisely what that bus is. You know what I'm saying? When it pulls up, you know what I'm saying? They need to know, you know what I'm saying? When I hit that horn, boom, 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 or whatever it is, you know that, hey, Cobweb out there for y'all. Y'all got to get on. Got to get on the bus. Let's go.
Exactly.
What you got, Josh?
You didn't hear it?
No, hit it again.
You don't hear that?
I just feel like a little dark, man. I don't like it.
Okay.
Anybody can stick a horn.
So if we drive off and they don't come out in time for the bus, then they'll hear.
That serves them well.
All right. So also,
because remember, they're getting a text too that we're on the way.
yes.
Yeah.
We have the satellite that we bought, open box, floor model
At
at Best Buy.
And we're gonna have the.
We're
signal.
still making payments on it because we're buying it through Affirm and Afterpay at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to double stack that shit, man.
Yes.
Yep.
That joke wasn't no joke.
But another way you can get a hold of us is call the hotline, the Cast of the Pod hotline at 786-763-2278. One more time if you weren't ready, 786-763-2278. And then you can, right now, I'll be honest with you, the hotline is not blowing up. So if you call us and you want your message on Cast of the Pod, we'll put it up there. If you got a good recommendation, or if you want to talk about a podcast that we've already talked about, you want to throw your 2 cents in, normally that's just for the patroneers, Club 3P, which I guarantee you, anybody that's paying us money, you want us to say something on the Cast of the Pod, or you want to come say something yourself, you're guaranteed.
Get some shout outs.
Get some shout outs, like to Sam Haim, Miss Black Cat, our anonymous nobody, and of course Brendan. We've already said his name like 5-6 times. Upkick MMA. Call 786-763-2278, and you will get played on Cast of the Pod, just like the message I have stored here today that we got 2 days ago.
Another one?
2 days ago, we got a message.
What?
And we can
wait a minute.
We're
Okay,
gonna,
so you trying to tell me you've been holding out on me again?
I didn't even know.
Yes, Deborah
you didn't even know, Deb?
No, not. This is a surprise to me.
Man, he's like that kid. He's like that kid that has he knows that you guys got candy, and he's just not going to give you any.
I got some ice cream, and you ain't got.
You remember that kid?
He's going to go in the room, and he's going to go in the room and eat all the ice cream, and he's going to come out the room and be like, "What?"
You remember that kid we saw, Josh?
Yes, we'll get into that later on.
Okay.
Do y'all want to know about the message, or do you want to go into the 2020 film Vicious Fun? Finally, we're talking about it. I said Shudder Original or Shudder Exclusive or something like that. Now we're going to get to the name of it. Vicious Fun is the movie we're talking about today. 20 minutes into this shit.
Right. We need to do the movie, man. Come on. They came here to hear about the movie.
Yep.
All right. I'm down with that. Yeah. Go ahead. Anybody talking?
No, it was just like we were just. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, we need to get into this.
Oh, okay, my bad. Movie is directed by Cody Callahan, writers Jim Venue and Cody Callahan, stars Evan Marsh, Amber Goldfarb, and Ari Millen. Joel, a caustic 1980s film critic for the National Horror Magazine, finds himself unwittingly trapped in a self-help group for serial killers. With no other choice, Joel attempts to blend in or risk becoming the next victim. Now, this is a cobweb pick, and you know what that normally means.
What does it normally mean?
That means I'm probably not going to like the movie. And
It's hit or miss.
And spoiler alert, you have been warned. I thought that going into the movie. And a good 15 minutes into the movie, not even 15 minutes, 5 minutes into the movie, I'm like, this is going to be a good movie. It had an amazing intro that set it up, and it could quite possibly be one of the best intros I've ever seen in the horror movie, right underneath Ghost Ship.
I was like, what?
I knew he was going there. Deb. That's why I set it up there to him. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, he's going to dig this.
So just like the description says, the movie starts off, you see this girl who kind of reminded me of like a smaller, less muscular Rhea Ripley.
Yes, I agree with you 100%. I think Rhea Ripley actually could have played this role, and it'd probably been perfect for her.
Yes, not that there's anything wrong with the way that she looks. I'm just saying that this actress happened to look like a smaller, less muscular Rhea Ripley.
It looks like she actually copied her entire character and almost her persona.
Her look and her
persona.
persona. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, Rhea might want to look into that.
Some some gimmick infringement.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, really, she really did the whole hair design, everything.
The jacket, the hair design.
Yeah.
Yes. The carrying herself like a badass. So, spoiler alert again. Spoiler alert to the spoiler alert. This is one of those films that they're doing now that's in the 80s. It's a flashback type film because you can't get away. I mean, you can theoretically get away with it, but there's so many cameras now and cell phones and CCC or CCD TV and security cameras that stuff like what happens in this movie has to be filmed in the 80s, early 90s, 70s. You know, that way you don't run into these crazy plot holes.
Yep.
So,
and you get, you know what's tight?
What you
because
got?
There's one thing you forget in the 80s. You get the Keystone Coppers.
Oh Lord, don't. We'll get there. We will get there. That I paused it. And me and Deborah looked at each other and again it goes, these fucking cops again.
80s police. The worst things ever.
But the thing is, this is the type of movie where they know the trope. They know the bad cop movie stereotype, and they embrace it.
Yep.
Oh, they go full hearted into it.
But so anyways, they build up this character named Joel, and Joel was the definition of friend zone before friend zone was invented. Yeah. I mean, friend zone had been invented. They just hadn't given it a name yet.
It was called Joel before this.
Joel, yes. And he's the main character in this movie, aside from Rhea Jr. But it starts off with Rhea I don't want to Carrie. Her name was Carrie, and Amber Goldfarb played Carrie, and she's like at a hotel or something, right?
Yep.
And then you see this guy loading up the family cruiser from National Lampoon's Vacation. And when he closes the back of it, you notice he's got a whole bunch of knives in the back. So it's basically establishing that he's a serial killer.
Oh man, he looked it too.
Yep.
Yes, he did.
She's on the phone talking to somebody, and then he just drives up, points the lights at her. She gets out the phone. She's like, all right, I'll go with you for a ride. And so they're talking just a little bit. He drives like 5 feet away from where he was at.
Does he even drive? I thought
he moves the tires a little bit, and then he locks the doors. And as soon as he locks the doors, he's like, and she's like, oh no. And he's like, and then she just busts out the butterfly knife. What's the name for a butterfly knife? The
butterfly knife.
No, what's a real name for it? A bolong. Anyways, so she just brings it out,
and
stabs him right underneath the in his neck giblets, and you see the knife in his mouth, and she kills him. Right?
And then it goes into the intro.
Then it goes into the intro, and it goes into Evan Marsh playing Joel, and he is what ironically
wait a second, did she stab him more than once or something in the throat? Or was it was just a one time?
It was just a one time.
The one time.
You're thinking about the
Shh, don't say the last guy.
I didn't say that.
I was just asking.
Don't say it for the last kill when she stabs him like 42 times. Save that till later. Okay. So so we see Joel, who basically is a podcaster, but they didn't have podcasts back in the 80s, so he writes horror magazines. He's a reviewer on vicious fan sites, or what was it called? Vicious Fanatics.
Yeah.
And we
like
see
a blogger page or something like that, you know.
Yeah, like an actual page magazine and everything. But he's trying to give his idea to a director, and the director's like, that's horrible. His idea being that taxi drivers would make the best types of killers. It's a movie script that he's trying to throw out there. What, Deborah?
What? Nothing.
You okay over there?
Clearing my throat.
She's pointing out why she doesn't drive in Ubers.
Yeah. Because this guy here.
Yeah.
Not because of this guy. He took because me and him agree. Cab drivers are like good killers.
But there were no killer cab drivers in this movie.
Yeah,
exactly.
But he had the idea. Well, you don't know that they weren't in this movie, but you don't know if they were.
Oh God.
In the universe.
So the director, the producer, or whatever, the guy's like, yeah, your idea is horrible. It's never gonna fly. And then so you feel bad for him. Then he gets home, right, and he lives with this girl named Sarah, played by Alexa Rose Steele. And come to find out, he's friend zoned by Sarah. She means more to him than he means to her. And so he's there, and she drives up in the Smokey and the Bandit Firebird.
Yeah. Wait a second, Josh. When he's in the friend zone, hit the want sound when they Thanks.
And anyways, so come to find out that she's dating this guy named Bob, or she just ran into Bob, and she was having a one night stand, a 1 night 20 minutes in the car with Bob there, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
4 minutes if the timing's right. But anyways, and so Joel's a little sad. Joel, he's leaving, and he's gonna get into. Do they share a car? Because later on, she's driving the Volkswagen that he left behind.
Well, there was only one car in the driveway.
The Volkswagen.
I don't know why the reason he did not take the car.
He left.
He followed her. I can't remember.
He left in a taxi.
I
Yes,
think
he did
he
in a
left.
taxi.
I think he left.
He left
well,
in her taxi.
No, in the friends.
Her friend showed up in the taxi.
Her friends, yes.
And then Bob drove off. And then instead of getting into the Volkswagen, which it looked like he had keys for, he got in the taxi and said, "Follow that car."
I think he left so that way Bob didn't recognize him, because the car was in the driveway that whole time.
Yeah.
And maybe he was like, I don't want to go in the car, because then he'll know that it was either me or it was Sarah that's following him.
Okay, I can see that Spock-like logic. That's a good one, Dem. So they follows them to this Chinese restaurant that I would like to say, just the way that it looked on the inside with the neon lights and all the decor and all that, I would love to go into a Chinese restaurant just like that.
Right.
Me too.
It looked all gangster, right?
All like movie neon, like some type of retro future post-apocalyptic pre-end of the world kind of shit.
Yep.
Yeah, they used to have places like that out here in Chicago. There was this one plot that was around here. They used to be connected to the place where they have like the dinners and stuff like that, where they serve you, and that's how their decor was there. It was pretty fat, bro. They had like in the middle of it, they had like the big fish tanks in the middle of the all around it and stuff like that.
Nice. We had a place like that out here called Tio Chino's, which was a Mexican food / Chinese food. And if you're not bilingual, Tio Chino basically means Uncle Chinese man. And I mean, the place was great. It was a little gritty and grimy, but the food was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's all that matters, right? Who cares if you get the runs for 3 days? I mean, it's
what?
No. It tastes good, and then you get rid of the calories. Bang bang.
Okay. Back. Let's pull in the reins.
Okay, sorry. So Bob's there, and Joel's like, "Oh, my name is Dave, and I'm just here. Yeah, guy. Whoop-de-doo." He's trying to find out some stuff about Bob, and he's trying to record some stuff about Bob, just so because he's so obsessed with Sarah. And so they start drinking, and Bob's kind of a douchebag, cool guy, but yet douchebag. And they're drinking. And
I like Bob.
And Bob leaves Joel's dumbass with the bill.
I saw that coming though.
Yeah, that was obvious.
Oh man, I love. You know what I loved about Bob? Let's stop. Time out.
Okay.
Bob, he had that members only jacket.
He was the last member.
Oh my God, I want a members only jacket. I stayed up all night looking online for members only jacket, and actually members only, is a name brand.
Yes.
And they do still sell those jackets in that style.
What?
Yes. Yes, you could get one in your style today, Josh.
That's gonna be the new cast of the pod uniform for the guys.
Oh God, no, bro. That's what we're gonna have on the bus.
Yes.
Everybody gets a members only jacket.
All the Patreons, because they're members only jackets, because they're the members of the last group of us, last of us, whatever. Yeah.
The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
You always feel different when you got somebody with a members only jacket on.
Yeah.
It's something about it. I mean, I don't know. What is it? It's just like you're a part of something.
If you see a crew of like 10 dudes walking down the street and they're all wearing members only jackets, the brown ones.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Or the light gray ones, not the dark gray ones, the light gray ones. You don't mess with them.
That's a gang, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you don't want to mess. Yeah. You can go to the other side of the street. Actually, we might just go home.
Yes, we're done for the night. We're not members of the elite.
Right.
So anyways, back to Vicious Fun. Joel gets drunk, falls asleep in a broom closet there in the restaurant, wakes up, Lord knows what time. Everybody's gone. Everything's locked down, but he hears some voices in the main hall. Does anybody want to describe what he sees in the main hall?
What they had like a.
Go ahead.
It's like a support group, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it was a support group. Everybody lined up in the chairs and everything.
I know one specific person in the group whose name is Fritz. Deborah wants to talk about. Who is Fritz, Deborah?
I don't know which one was.
Who's the one that you want to talk about?
All of them.
Who was the one character that you're like, oh, is that blah, blah, blah?
It's Death. It's Death. He was Death from...
Julian Richings played Death in Supernatural with that awesome intro when he comes out in that black Cadillac and the songs are like, oh, Death. I'm singing over here. Wait.
No goodness.
Yeah. And then for me, they also had Robert Milet. Do you know who that is?
Who is Robert? That's the wasn't he leading the meeting?
No, that's Kurgan from the Oddities from WWE. That's Mike. the big serial killer that wears the welding mask.
Oh yes, it is him. Yes, I forgot he looked familiar.
And then there's Sean Beck,
Yeah.
who plays Hideo, and David Koechner, Whammy from
Yes, I was like, oh, that's that guy.
and from Anchorman.
From
He
Anchorman.
played Zachary.
Yes, he also played in. He was the uncle also in Piranha 3D, Triple D.
Yes.
Wasn't he also the brother-in-law in Krampus?
Yes.
Yep.
That too.
Mm-hmm. So David Koechner or whatever his name is been here on Cast of the Pod, spiritually, metaphysically.
Oh, quite often.
So, and they're all talking about problems, and he's like, "Oh yeah," and Joel is so daft and so self-centered that he thinks they're talking about getting dumped, that they're having a social group to talk about that. Come to find out, they're all mass murderers, natural born killers.
And they was rampant in the 80s too, bro.
Yes.
They was rampant.
The crazy thing is, one is a cannibal. That's Hideo. Another one likes dressing up like a clown, and his day job is being a accountant, which is Fritz the clown, Julian Richling's death. And then Robert Malay, he likes to wear masks and kill people with machetes. He's basically Jason, but they give him a welding mask instead of a hockey mask.
God.
And then you have Zachary, Whammy from I call him Whammy, but from Anchorman.
From Anchorman.
He's probably the biggest name in this whole movie.
Yeah.
And he's a military guy that poisons whole villages and sits down and watches them as they puke and shit themselves to death.
Man.
He's probably got the highest body count out of everybody in this movie. And then when Joel realizes what's going on, he starts pretending like he's a serial killer, which is Phil, who's missing, and nobody knows what Phil looks like, so he assumes the role of Phil. And he starts giving out his taxi cab murder stories, and they're like, oh, okay. They kind of bring him into the group.
Dude, that junk right there. First of all, the whole let me dwell on this. The whole thing in the 80s, the serial killer thing, that junk was like for real, dude. Why do you think they was able to get all the data that they use now to catch these son of a guns from?
Oh yeah,
they got it from everything that was going on in the 80s. You know.
Yep.
That's how they started coordinating everything. You know, these infrastructures and everything else like that, because these jokers was on the war path.
Agreed.
You know. So, you know, these guys having a high body count like they did, I believe it. What did they say that she said? I think how many? What was the percent of the body count of missing people in North America? They were like responsible for like 12 or 13%.
Of 60% of all the murders in the country, they were responsible for like 12% of it. Of the 60%. So, but that's the thing. So Carrie's there. The one that we said looked like Rhea Ripley. She's one of the murderers, the killers there also. Right?
Yeah.
So Joel's losing his shit. And then as he starts building his lies up and he's telling his stories, because he's a podcaster, not a podcaster, a magazine writer. He's telling these stories.
Blogger.
And then Bob shows up. And Bob is one of the killers.
Yeah.
He's not. He's like the number 2 killer in the room.
Yeah, he's one of those real super. What's he called? Sociopaths.
Yeah. Yep. And then things, shit goes sideways, and they decide they're gonna kill Joel, but then Carrie helps him escape, kind of, sort of, to the kitchen. And who do they kill first? They kill Hideo first, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hideo goes into climbing through the AC mode. He's got his double knives. And he's got like a some kind of demon mask on, and they kill him. Come to find out that Carrie is a killer.
She kills the killers.
Yeah.
Right. She's a how would you call that? She's a serial killer.
Yes. She serials the serials.
Yes. She's the apple bits.
See, now I do want to apologize to the listeners if we're just describing what's going on in the movie, because I got a feeling the three of us really enjoyed this movie, because I'll let you know right now I did.
I did too.
The movie was dope, man. It was fat, man. I'm not going to front. I mean, we could drop it right there, man. They don't need to know anymore. You know, they could just watch this shit because that junk was hot.
Yes.
You know, it got you in there, and it kind of like, and I always love movies like that are like authentic 80s fashion. You know, they put stuff together in an outfits that, you know, just because it's 80s fashion doesn't mean that people will wear it like that. You know what I'm saying?
They fit it well.
That's the main thing.
So let me ask you, since I agree with you, we're not going to describe the whole movie and all that because we're not even halfway through yet, the way that we're describing it. What was your favorite kill?
Oh.
Deb, how about you? Think about it too.
I want to say the last kill. That was pretty hardcore. That was dope. But then I also like the nail one with the clown with the nail in the head. That was pretty fat. Dude was still alive.
Yes.
When he put the nail up there.
That's one of the things that Fritz the Clown said he liked doing. He was kind of like the BTK killer, where he would kill his victims, bring them back to life, resuscitate them, then kill them again, and then resuscitate them, and then kill them again. That was something he said he was into. And this motherfucker kills one of my... There were three cops. There was the asshole 1980s bad cop. Then there was the good cop. But he was really not so good cop. He was just plain good cop, so they could do good cop, bad cop. And then there was the one cop that was actually a good cop. You know, and he was like, I don't know, guys, you know, he's kind of warning us that there's these killers and we need to be careful about it. You know, maybe we should listen to them. And they're like, killers. No, it's just.
Dude, they were on the night shift.
And that's
back in the 80s, if you worked the night shift, you weren't good for shit.
Yes. And that's the one that Fritz hits in the head with the nail that you're talking about. Now, I know I complain about a lot of the movies and I get a little too carried away, too critical of movies. But people were complaining that when he drives the nail through his head, that he was bleeding from the back of his head and the nail wasn't long enough to make him bleed out the back of the head.
Okay.
Now, the people that have said this, I will say this right now. Let me, even though nobody's going to see this because we're only doing the audio part, I will lift my glasses so I can speak into my camera and say this. All the people that said it is not possible for him to bleed from the back of his head after having a nail driven into his head are full of shit and have never hit somebody so hard that they fall down and bust open their head.
Yeah.
Because he was laying down on the ground. Fritz the Clown even if he hadn't hit his head yet, Fritz the Clown puts the nail on his forehead and hits him so hard on the nail that it goes into his skull, meaning he hit the back of his head also.
Yep.
And one other thing, it's a fucking movie.
With a dope ass scene. He was quick as a motherfucker too with that damn knife, with that syringe.
Yes.
Fritz would sneak up on you so fast. Woo,
in the neck.
Gone. You like, oh, I got you. And he didn't have like a long needle either. He had a real short one, so he just said, gotcha, you done now.
He liked getting up close and personal.
You know what? Yes, what part I liked, when I think it was before he did that, and he was in the hallway, and he came out through the door, and he was like painted up like the clown, and he was at the door, and then he moved, and he was not out of screen, and he comes out to the other side, and then hold on, and he comes out on the other side, the other door, and then he disappears. And then the camera scans to the side, and then he's standing right there. He's like, here.
There was a really funny scene when Bob, he's there alone in the room, and then all of a sudden he turns around, And Fritz is there. And he's like, ah! He goes, don't be doing that shit. You're not supposed to be sneaking up on people.
And
Then he turns to the
around.
left,
that.
and then Mike is there on the other side. He's like, ah! And Mike's all 6'9", 6'10", giant welder.
They can't help
mascot.
themselves. That's their natural abilities, that they can sneak up on you. Hey, did you notice that? What's the kid's name in this? Joel. Did you know that he was dressed up like Marty McFly?
Yes.
In this movie?
That's exactly what Josh said. He's like, look, that's Michael J. Fox.
McFly. McFly.
Oh my God, that was hilarious, right?
I really like this movie, and it's quite obvious that they're setting it up for a sequel. Do you want to talk about how that?
You know something? Wait a minute. Well, our man Joel, well, not Joel. Who was his? Bob, the main guy, right?
The blonde guy.
Bob.
The blonde guy, right? He had the members only jacket too, right? But his was white, right?
Right.
Who else wore a members only jacket back in the 80s and it was black?
Michael Knight.
Yes. So he was a knockoff of Michael Knight.
He was driving
Knight
driving a Firebird with a white members only jacket.
Oh my God. It's hitting me now. I thought maybe, and I suspected it, and as you're saying it, I see it all now.
And then Joel had the Back to the Future.
Yep.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of the movie, they're talking about the last time they had one of these meetings, and they're talking about don't even bring up Utah. Don't even bring up Utah. And then when they go through Carrie's book, she's got a book just like Kill Bill, with the list of people that she's killed. And one of the names of a person that's still on her list is another assassin named Utah. And spoiler alert, Bob dies. Bob gets killed in a very good and gruesome way by Carrie and Joel, mostly Carrie.
Yes.
And right before he dies, he tells her, good luck. Now, they found her book when Fritz was still alive and Mike was alive and Bob was alive. So I wonder if they called Utah up to let her know what's going on. Because why else would Bob be like, good luck, as he knows he's dying?
I don't know. But the scene when they first saw the book was hilarious. Because they thought that shit was so damn funny. But then when they realized that their names were in the book, that shit wasn't funny no more.
Yep. Yep.
They was all like, this is cool, right? Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
They didn't like becoming the prey. They didn't like it. They did not like it.
So I hope they do a sequel. I haven't found anything about it. There's not much about this movie, really, other than its description. Now, if don't take our description wholeheartedly about this movie, because this movie is great, and it should be seen. It is going to be on my I'm going to keep Shudder another month just so I can watch this movie again.
Yeah, for sure. It does need a good rewatch.
So
it was dope, bro. It was dope.
People at Shudder, just know that you're getting another $6 or $7 out of me just because of Vicious Fun.
Yep.
On its merits alone.
Yep.
Yeah, it was so tropey that it was good.
Yes.
They embraced the 80s. They did what was right, and it was tight, Even though girl, she was like, what is she had her, man, these member jackets. Everybody had a members only jacket, man.
Everybody was a member.
I was upset. Right. I want one. How come I don't have a members only jacket?
I don't know. We'll work on that. When we get some more Club 3Ps.
Yeah.
So do y'all think it's time for the Calculator of Doom?
We can roll with that.
I'll go first today.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I'm going to give this movie a 9.
What? That much?
What?
I give it a 9. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. Casting was great. Bob's portrayal of Bob was so good, bad. It was barong. Bad wrong.
I like Bob's mustache. He should have stayed
His
with
fake mustache.
Yes.
He should have stayed with his mustache.
Who's next? Who's next?
I come in next, man. I'm gonna give it a strong 8, bro. I'm gonna give it a strong 8.
All right, Deb.
Oh
wait. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Cowboy.
The only reason why I'm not giving it a higher number because old girl bit off Rhea Ripley, and Rhea Ripley should have had the part, and the shit would have been dope. It would have been even better, and it got more recognition if they really got Rhea Ripley to do the movie instead of having somebody to be Rhea Ripley in the movie.
I can see that.
Well, what if they couldn't afford her?
But 2 years ago, they could have afforded her. Now, not so much. Deb, what do you give it?
I give it a 9.
9? You said wow when I said 9.
I know, but I give 9s a lot. You don't. So I give it a 9. This movie had a lot of stuff, and it took us 2 days to watch it only because we were tired and it was already late when we started watching it. And I did not want to stop watching it, but if we would have kept watching it, I would have fallen asleep. And I didn't want to.
Not because of the movie, but because we've done so much and we're old.
We started it late at night, and we had been cleaning and moving stuff around, and so I was tired.
So this movie gives us an 8.6.
Wow.
On the movie,
right.
on the Cast of the Pod Richter scale, got an 8.6.
That's pretty good.
Which rounds up to a 7, which rounds up to a 9. But anyways, 8.6.
How does it round up to a 7?
8.6 rounds up to 8.7. And 8.7 is that much over 8.5. So we'll just go from 8.5 up to 9. Josh math.
That is some really long math there, bro.
Yeah. This
is why I was thinking, this is why it comes right back to like you added that up like that. This is okay.
This is what happens when you have
to go backwards.
Y'all two don't understand because y'all have not been blessed with an ADHD mind. Okay, some people think of it as a curse, other people think of it as a gift, and some people just go, eh. Okay, so just let me be the way that I am. Okay. Speaking of which, are y'all ready for your surprise?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't let you hear this ahead of time, Cobb, because I wanted you to be surprised. Deb, I didn't tell you about this because I wanted you to be surprised.
Oh, thank you.
So we did receive a call
Hey, Deb.
Huh.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome. You. So we received this call on our hotline 786-763-2278. Do y'all want to know anything about this call before I play it? Or do you want me to just let you know or just
play it?
Just play it, Josh. Let it run, man. Let my wildest dreams come true.
All right, here we go.
Hello. I saw the movie about the shark with the girls in the bikini, and there's a whole bunch of theories in the show. And I want to talk about the movie with that one and the fish. And hello, Cobb's Web, and the hello, Deb. And that's it for the hellos. But I saw the movie with the fish and the shark and the theories, and it was pretty good. And there was a lot of blood. And then there was the guy from Pulp Fiction, the one with the Band-Aid on his neck. And he didn't look like he was having a good time no more. And that was it. I'll give the movie a 73. All right. So you let me know about what movie you like to, and we'll go from there. This next time is Chucky's. And thank you.
So Chucky's back on Cast of the Pod.
I don't know what it was. So much to digest right there. It's like I'm digging into this man's psyche, and
I've heard this call. I've heard this call like 30 times.
I just want to tell you.
Listen to this call 30. See, what I say, Deb, what I said he was doing. He was like a little kid sitting in the room with the ice cream. I didn't get any ice cream, and then we had ice cream all the time.
I just want to say, guys, I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Is this what it sounds like when I'm Deb's explaining?
Debsplaining's worse.
Oh my god.
I'm
double sorry.
That's another feature for those of you that are on Club 3P. Join so you can hear Debsplaining, where Deb explains movies. But coming back to Chucky's call, I've heard this call like 30 times, 31 right now with this one.
He didn't say hi to you.
That was the first thing I noticed. Chucky, you motherfucker.
Maybe that's why.
He did this.
He specifically said, and that's all I've got for the highs.
Yup, he dissed you, dude.
He said hello to the cobs webs. Like there's multiple cobwebs. He said hi to the
personal.
Deb. Like there's other Debs on here. And that was it.
But she is the Deb.
Okay, I can accept that, but to completely leave me out and then point out that he's leaving me out is some bullshit. Maybe
you made him mad.
I know the three of us are the dream team, but before Cobweb came on here over a year ago, with The Conjuring, and before Deb and me and Chuckles and KB and Priscilla and everybody else started doing Cast of the Pod, this was my brainchild. Like it was a sparkle in my eye before anybody else had ever heard about this, and this Chucky motherfucker is gonna come out here and not even say. I mean, okay, don't tell me hello, but don't make it a point to tell everybody else. Bro. And then he says he's watching the movie with the shark and the fish and the girls in the bikini and the titties.
Bro, calm down, dude. Listen to me. You can't get mad at Chucky, man. He is what he is. He's trying his best. Okay, I understand. Maybe he forgot about you.
He rated the movie a 73, not a 7.3, not a 13, not a 7 or a 3, a 73.
Maybe he forgot that you were here.
He's according to him.
It's just kind of like an acknowledgement. You always here, So it's like, I don't know, but I wouldn't take it personal, bro.
According to him,
I mean, you're a host. You are a member of the Dream Team, and you are driving the bus. You are not. You're on the bus. You're right there with me. You got the checklist. So you just relax. Just inhale.
Just when it's time to pick everybody up, you make sure that he's not on the list. That's it.
He's riding up in the front on the cow catcher.
hey, if he pays for a seat, man, he got it.
Oh, if he pays. No, but in his own words, 2 episodes ago, he said he had heard every episode of Cast of the Pod twice. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't fucking know that we don't rate shit by 73s, except Tammy and the T-Rex, which he could not have heard because it is a Patreon exclusive, and I see the Patreons, and he is not one of our Patreons.
You think he's like fronting on us, dude? You think he's like stunting on us like he's a perpetrator? He's like, trying to do that type of thing? You think?
Maybe he's trying to get under your skin.
I don't hope so.
Chucky.
Yeah, dude, because you're like, why is he like really tripping on this, dude? I mean, come on, bro. We know we all love you. We got you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Just because Chucky don't think you all that in a box of chips,
no,
we still got
I didn't say. Nobody said that. What do you?
Josh, I think you're all that, and 2 bags of chips.
So hold on.
Yes,
hold on.
bro. Yes, you are the Doritos.
Cool know what I'm saying? The Cool Ranch.
The Cool Ranch ones, because you're cool like that.
All right. No,
with some nacho cheese, and some taco
some
meat.
Hot Cheetos with some sal con limon.
There you go. Chucky, just so you know, I'm gonna give you another chance. Maybe there was a misunderstanding and your dumbass didn't hear it right.
Dude, bro.
What?
Wait, stop. Because you're not gonna go to call, man. You gotta stop because you piss him off. You can't be like doing this to like a wait. Here's the question. What the fuck movie was he talking about?
Piranha 3D.
We haven't even
That's
done that
the one
movie.
with the sharks?
There's no fucking sharks in the movie, but it's bikinis, titties, and the guy from Pulp Fiction, Marcellus Wallace, Ving Rhames.
What do you say, the one with the tattoo on his head?
So it's either Piranha 3D or Piranha Double D? Piranha 3 Double D. It's one of those two
It's
movies.
gotta be, yeah, it's
those
gotta
are
be
the
one
two
of the
movies
Piranha
that he's
movies.
in. And in both of those movies, he doesn't have a good time.
Dude.
So here, Chucky. Here, Chucky. Listen to this. You're a caller, and we appreciate that, especially since nobody else is calling 786-763-2278. So I'll give you another chance, Chucky. I am going to message your phone. I'm not going to put your phone number out.
Whoa, God. Whoa.
No. We're going to let him know the next movie that we're going to watch. That way he can call in and give his opinion of the movie that we're doing for next week.
Are you sure you really want to do this, bro?
Yes, I am positive.
Deb, you know he's taking this real personal. Are we?
I'm going to call him from the hotline phone. I'm not going to call him with my real phone.
You're going to call him?
We'll leave a
Did
message.
he tell you it was okay to call him?
It'll be fine.
All right, dude.
All right. So I think we're done here unless you want to hear the phone call again.
I'm good, man. If they want to hear it again, they can listen to the episode again.
All right. Yeah. So this has been our review, our breakdown, our talking about Vicious Fun, the 2020 film that you can find now on Shudder. We are Cast the Pod. We are the iteration that is the Dream Team. I am Josh.
I'm Cobweb.
And I'm the Debs.
The Debs. You can find us on the majority of social medias out there at Cast of the Pod. Hit us up on Patreon, Cast the Pod, and of course the phone number. You've heard it a million times. We appreciate you, even if you're not on Patreon. We really appreciate you if you are. And until next time, peace.
Bye, everybody.
Hey, you've been warned.
Yes.